Hey everybody, Livingston here. We're about to jump into Twilight Zone, Episode 3, Mr. Denton on Doomsday. Looking forward to this, because, hey, it's the Twilight Zone, and so far I'm liking every episode. So let's jump in!
There is a fifth dimension.
A fifth dimension?
Beyond that which is known to man.
Oh?
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Twilight Zone. Before the end of this, I will probably have that down, mentally. Oh, tilt down, wide shot. We're getting into a western this time. Main character enters, I'm guessing. It's like a washed out drunk. It's like, yeah, oh yeah, free, give more.
Let's see you pay for your drink. In your own inimitable fashion, huh?
Oh, who's that? Looks very familiar. He looks familiar because it's Martin Landau. He was in a lot of movies in the, well, his entire career, but I recognize him more so from the 80s and 90s films. He played Bela Lugosi in Ed Wood. He was also in North by Northwest with Cary Grant. Alfred Hitchcock film, if you haven't watched it. Good film.
A long, agonizing route through a maze of bottles. Probably give an arm or a leg or a part of his soul to have another chance. In the parlance of the times, this is a peddler. And this is the third principal character of our story. Its function, perhaps to give Mr. Al Denton his second chance.
Second chance at gunslinging? Does he feel better? A gun.
How you doing, Al?
I'm doing great now. I got a gun.
This is the first time I've held a gun since...
Since when?
I can't remember how long it's been.
Why, Al? Why do you have to drink so much?
Forget?
I really don't know.
Here we go again, fellas. Let's hear our little songbird. 3 choruses of how dry I am.
You're pushing him. Just shoot him.
How dry I am.
Shoot the hat off his head or something.
All right, come on, Rummy. Go on and get your drink.
No.
You've been a good boy.
Don't do it. And he's doing it.
Wait a minute, Denton. Where'd you get the artillery?
Found it right over there in the street.
Is that a fact? Maybe you could use it now. Maybe you could even outdraw me.
He's pushing it.
I wouldn't know how to use it anymore.
Come on, Gunner.
Well, if he was good in his day, I wouldn't mess with him. People just don't forget that. They usually get more experienced.
Come on!
I mean, I'm rooting for you. Pretty sure you'll take him.
I'm gonna do it left-handed.
Cocky. Cocky makes you make mistakes.
Miss Smith, explain to him. Please tell him it was an accident. I don't want any trouble.
All from a mistake.
Drinks on the house! Hey, Rummy! Face me, Denton!
I didn't even mean to...
Nothing, Mr. Denton. I didn't call you anything.
Mr. Denton.
Yeah, you gave him respect.
Here you are, Al.
No, thanks. I've had enough.
Oh, good for you.
I think I'll go out and get a shave.
You drink some water.
And don't call me Rummy anymore!
Stood up for himself, finally. It only took him however long he's been doing this, which I don't think he really said.
Al?
Yeah?
I think everything's gonna be all right now.
I was so good that once a day, someone would ride into town to make me prove it. Until one morning, the guy who asked me to prove it turned out to be 16 years old. I left him there bleeding to death with my bullet in him.
I can see how that would affect you.
Every fast and fancy man who owns a gun will come riding in down that street. Only this time it'll be me face down.
I'd say the writing in this show has been great, dialogue-wise. Why don't you just quit? Ride off into the mountains, find another place to live. The Twilight Zone will return. You look better.
Describes a man named Al Denton, supposed to be top gun here. Would that be you?
That'd be me.
Pete'll be in town tomorrow night at 10. He'll meet you over in the saloon.
He's just accepting it now. Like, whatever. I'll fight whoever comes till they finally kill me.
Didn't take any time at all.
Nope.
Time enough for one shave.
Who's out there? Show yourself.
Evening, Mr. Denton.
How you know me?
You're a peddler, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Dealer in everything. Liniments and tonics. And potions.
So, you sell everything. What kind of potions?
Fate's the name. Henry J. Fate.
So he deals fate. I get it.
You shouldn't run away.
I shouldn't. I should stay here and get shot to death. I guess that's what I should do.
This is one of my potions. Help solve your problem, Mr. Denton.
How? Is it magic?
Call that my fast gun developer. Man who drinks that becomes the fastest of the fast.
Don't believe it. It's a little too good to be true.
Go ahead. Drink it.
It's very demanding. What is it? What does it taste like? Pepto?
Draw on it.
It works.
How much do I owe you?
Oh, there's no charge.
Oh, there's always a charge.
Just so you might remember sometime, the night fate stepped in.
Hopefully he pulls through. Usually the Twilight Zone shows don't seem to have a happy ending.
You want a drink, Al?
Here they come. He doesn't want to drink. Gotta stay level-headed. He'll drink that elixir, though. Never understood why anybody would want a duel. I mean, I get the wanting to prove yourself sort of thing, but I can do that like shooting targets. You know? I don't have to shoot the other guy. Oh, he's here.
I hear you're supposed to be fat. You got a good chance to find out? And draw.
Let me have a drink first. Uh-oh. Pull it now. He's scared. Pull it.
This is a push, boys. No winner.
Well,
A couple of fingers are going to be stiff, too.
nice.
It'll be something to tell your grandchildren about.
Grandchildren.
And the way it looks now, you'll live to have some.
You'll never be able to fire a gun again in anger. We've both been blessed.
That's fate. And you already got someone who loves him.
He learned it early.
Well, this does end on a happy note. Look at that.
A fanciful little man in a black frock coat who can help a man climbing out of a pit or another man from falling into one. Because you see, fate can work that way in the Twilight Zone.
Nice. Good episode. Well, that was episode 3, Mr. Denton and Doomsday. I enjoyed it. Let's dive into some of the trivia. This is one of 3 Twilight Zone episodes to include an eye, not a spiral, at the introduction. In full versions of the show, the ending credits are followed by a CBS promo for the Danny Thomas Show, 1953, with the announcer stating that it airs on Monday evenings. In 1966, Dan Dorea would guest star on an episode of The Virginian TV series, which co-starred Doug McClure, who played Peter Grant, so they got to work together again. When the camera scans the town at the beginning, many large oil wells can be seen in the distance. I didn't notice that. As told by Serling. The basic premise is similar, but the earlier version seems to have more of a comedic tone, involving a meek schoolteacher who quite unintentionally gains notoriety as a top gunslinger. The name Mr. Dingle, originally intended for the Dan Dorea character, would be used by Serling for a future episode, Mr. Dingle the Strong, 1961 episode, with Burgess Meredith playing the eponymous character. Yeah, a little background history on the episode. Pretty interesting. I actually liked it. It's probably my favorite out of the 3 that I've watched so far. The first one was pretty good. The second one, it was okay. I wasn't too thrilled with the storyline. It was just, I don't know, kind of drug a little bit. But this one, back on par. I enjoyed it. And hopefully they just keep getting better and better. So come back next week where we will be visiting episode 4, 16mm Shrine. Should be fun. Have no clue what it's about, but I like going into these things blind. Hope you do too. And if you want to join us on the journey, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share while you're at it. And join me next week for that fun adventure.